Adrian's silver eyes searched the room only once. The moment he found me, relief crossed his face. Yu Chen, I'm here. Kai stepped between us. Not another step. The two men stared silently at one another. Neither lowered his weapon. Outside, hundreds of soldiers and syndicate members fought across the abandoned docks. The sounds of explosions shook the ground. Inside, everything felt strangely quiet. Kai spoke first. You stole my future. Adrian answered calmly. I protected the man I loved. You forced him into marriage. I gave him time to choose. Kai laughed bitterly. And he chose you. Neither man noticed another gang had quietly entered the battlefield, one of Kai's rivals. They had come to eliminate both factions at once. A sniper climbed onto a nearby rooftop, his rifle aimed directly at me. I heard the gunshot before I saw anything. Adrian's eyes widened. Yu Chen! He sprinted toward me. Kai turned at the instant. Everything happened too quickly. Adrian shoved me aside. The bullet struck his shoulder instead. He stumbled but remained standing. The sniper prepared another shot. Kai reacted instantly. He threw a knife. The sniper fell from the rooftop. For one brief moment, the three of us stood frozen. Then rival gang members flooded into the warehouse. Chaos erupted. Adrian and Kai fought back to back without speaking. Neither trusted the other, but both refused to let anyone reach me. After several desperate minutes, police sirens echoed outside. Government reinforcements arrived. The rival gang surrendered. Kai's remaining men lowered their weapons. The battle was finally over. Kai stood quietly as officers surrounded him. He looked at me one last time. So, this is goodbye. I slowly nodded. Tears filled my eyes. I'm sorry. He smiled sadly. You don't need to apologize. I loved the person you were. And now, I hope the person you've become stays happy. He looked toward Adrian. If you ever make him cry, I'll come back. Adrian met his gaze. I won't. Kai gave a small laugh. I know. Without another word, he surrendered peacefully. Several months later, the mansion had never felt warmer. Adrian insisted on carrying me whenever I complained about climbing the stairs. Put me down. No, I'm perfectly capable of walking. You are, but I'd rather carry you. I sighed dramatically. Commander, you're impossible. His mother watched from the hallway before shaking her head. You're spoiling your husband far too much. Adrian smiled. He deserves it. She looked at me, then unexpectedly smiled. As long as both of you are happy. That evening, I stood on the balcony beside Adrian. The stars stretched endlessly across the interstellar sky. He quietly intertwined his fingers with mine. No more running away? I smiled. No, I'm already home. He kissed my forehead gently. Together, we watched the stars, knowing that although our story had begun with conflict, our future would be built on the choices we made together. And hand in hand, we walked toward that future. The end. Epilogue. The Man Who Chose Me. Adrian Kale, Alpha Commander. Darkness. That was all I remembered after shielding Yuchen during the battle. When I finally forced my eyes open, the sterile white ceiling of a military hospital greeted me. Commander, he's awake.
Doctors rushed in while machines began beeping faster, but I ignored every voice. There was only one person I wanted to see. Yuchen. The room fell silent. Then I heard hurried footsteps. He appeared beside my bed, his eyes swollen from days of crying. You finally woke up. Relief flooded his face before it quickly turned into anger. He grabbed the front of my hospital gown. You idiot! I told you to come back safely. I smiled weakly. I did. Barely. His hands trembled. Only then did I notice how exhausted he looked. You never left? He shook his head. No. You were unconscious for 4 days. I stayed. A quiet warmth spread through my chest. For the first time in years, I felt afraid. Not of death, but of losing him. I hesitated before asking the question that had haunted me since regaining consciousness. Tell me honestly,